never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Blanton. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Blanton. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Okay, ready?
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come back in! Come back in!
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Back to throw again. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. Wide open receiver, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And again, it's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Going down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. They'll get this out to Kamara. Touchdown, Washington. Alvin Kamara. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He finds his man complete. It's Bates.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Back to throw. Blanton. He dumps it off to Barkley. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Buffalo 18. 18 rebel. 18 rebel.
They're going to try and throw. He finds his man complete. That's Bates. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. A first down throw for Prescott. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and goal, Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Slide for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Commanders 14, Giants nothing. Joey Slide to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Slide now to kick off after the touchdown. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now a second down and 6.
Warriors 17. Check Bobcat. Check Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
To throw on third down. Blanton. And that will be incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the... Go for it on fourth down.
Well, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Prescott on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. He's fresh off the wire, already making an impact as expected. He's such a dynamic player.
And I'm still trying to figure out how it took so long for someone to sign this guy. We've all known his potential. We've all known the impact he's had in the league. But now that he's here, look out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback to Barkley on the check down. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Bates. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Prescott from the gun on third. Quick slant to Brown. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This is intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, here this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourself to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a good catch there by a guy who, let's face it, should not have been on the free agent wire.
I'm like you. I can't believe he was available. I bet there's a long line of teams who wanted to get him.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. And, Charles, if this new pickup can run like that, they're going to be very happy that he was on the free agent wire. A lot of people said, how was he there to begin with?
One of the great questions, one of the great mysteries. But now that they have him, you just know the offensive staff, they're not worried about giving him the full playbook, just things that he can do well.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 45 on second down, Prescott forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Now Prescott. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
On second down, here's the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Prescott. His throw incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And As you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bates. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration is settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Prescott from the gun. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. He finds his man complete. That's Logan. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down and 4, Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, another pass complete to Bellinger. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL,
That's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Kamara up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Commanders, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers.